Welcome to my space. If this is the first time you've spent time with me, I suggest listening to some of my other videos so you have a better understanding of who I am and my perspectives. Yesterday, I spoke of our relationship with the sun and the earth. How we are the Trinity. This morning I had a restful time. I love Sunday mornings. I love spending time lulling about, feeling the earth, feeling the sun, feeling the wind, feeling the birds outside, feeling the rain, feeling all of the elements that surround me, and listening. My inner being began to speak to me about what I spoke of yesterday. And I've been prompted to go a little further. So here I am, and I'm just waiting for that to come through. Our relationship with the earth and the sun is the major relationships that we have. We focus on family, friends, partners, social groups, finding a tribe. Most of our existence is spent in that thought, that program. And all of those things are such an important part of our being. But if we're neglecting our relationship with the earth and the sun, we're not creating the solid foundation that we require to establish the other relationships. How many of us take the time in the day to acknowledge the earth, to feel her, to recognize the fact that we have been granted permission to exist on her? How many of us think of her as a being rather than a planet, a rock, a non-being? How many of us have spent more than a few moments of our lifetime interacting with her? The sun is our life force. The sun is the centre of this solar system. We have been given permission to live in its solar system. The only reason we are here is because we have made that agreement with the sun and the earth before we came. People have been given directives to worship something outside of us. And I'll clarify that. People in this current age, when I say current age, I mean within the last 7,000 years, or the last 11,000 years, have been given a directive to honour something and give our power to something that is outside of us. The reason we cause so much harm to the earth, one of the reasons, is because we have no relationship with her. We take for granted the right to be here. We're so focused on the stories, the games that have been played on her surface, that we're neglecting the fullness of her beauty, her beingness, her wisdom, her graciousness. I've chosen to wear, I didn't know until now why, I've chosen to wear this beautiful pendant today, gem. This, it's green, gorgeous green, translucent, and this is actually very old. It was my grandmother's sister's, and it's very significant to me because it is the colour of the centre of the earth. When I have journeyed and I have spent time in the centre of the earth, there's a beautiful lake there, liquid, I won't say water, and it's this colour, and it holds her wisdom. And this is the colour of the stones that get thrown out of volcanoes. deep within. Sharing one of my closely guarded secrets. It's like the blood, similar to the amber that is the blood of the tree. If we don't have a relationship with the earth, we behave ignorantly. When we have a relationship with the earth, we have such gratitude and love and respect for her and for all life here, that we choose to live in harmony. When we take time to acknowledge the sun and realize that it is the giver of all life here in this entire solar system. It is the most significant being in this solar system, and we need to honour and respect the sun. All the modern religions have taken us away from that. When we come back into right relationship with the earth and the sun and allow our divine centre to be a prominent part of ourselves, the Trinity is fully functional. When we begin to see the world behave in alignment with the natural rhythms, the natural way of being, everything on the planet will come back into that original alignment. What we've been led to focus on are all the stories, all the games playing out, all the political games, spiritual games, personal games. All of these things, as real as they are, and as painful, explosive, harmful as they can be, are not what we need to be focusing on. If we can align our being and become the Trinity, the balance will be restored. There's a lot of talk in the spiritual community about the male and female balance I encourage people to think beyond polarities. All of the polarities are causing us to remain in an imbalanced state. We're not being brought back into a feminine balance point. Okay. Throughout time, we've had the seesaw effect of all things. At the moment, we're being stretched to the extremity of polarities. All of us, in some way, are out of balance. We are leaning one way or the other. What we are able to achieve now is to unify and bring into our divine being all of the imbalances to create a unified whole. We don't need another era where the feminine is going to lead. We are evolving towards a place where humanity comes back into its right relationship with the sun and the earth, and we have the unified whole. And the human can live as it was originally designed to be. It's not a new earth that we're heading towards. It's the rebalancing that is bringing us back into our original state, the one that we originally chose to be. We're not on a track to a new world, a new earth. Earth is earth. We are on an inward journey to become realigned with who she is and to be realigned with the sun so that we can actually experience the fullness of being here as human. There is a lot of unrest, obviously, in the world at the moment. There's increased seismic activity. They classed it as moderate at the moment. We're having roughly 100 to 125 earthquakes, 3 or more magnitude daily at the moment. The earth is expelling a lot of excess, pent up, held on to energy. We will experience more in this current time. She's doing exactly what we are doing. If you are aware of yourself, you will have recognized that there is a lot being purged at the moment. It will amp up as we purge. We get rid of all of the old belief systems, all of the old ways of being, anything that isn't aligned with our true self. This will occur. The earth is doing the same thing. The sun has been doing the same thing. Everything's amped up. It is a time of great unrest in all ways. We're going to feel it physically. Yesterday, I could feel the earth moving. It's like being on a boat and everything's moving. This is happening fairly regularly. When I say regularly, every couple of weeks, I'm feeling a day where the earth is moving. It's quite unsettling at times. There's going to be quite a bit of seismic activity, I believe. No, I don't believe. I know there's a big difference between believing and knowing. I live on the Sunshine Coast in Australia, and what I see is volcanic and earthquake activity northeast of us. So I would say somewhere between the Solomon Islands and Vanuatu, roughly speaking. There's a lot of little, lot of movement there, but it's only small. I do feel in the next while that we're going to feel something much larger. If you feel the earth, you can feel her. Her need to release. This is nothing to do with the manufactured weather patterns, with the external interference that many like to focus on. This is a natural part of the Earth's evolution. As we expand, expel, unify, become more whole, she's doing the same thing. We are going to experience a lot more unrest as this unfolds. And so This is the perfect time for us to become fully at one with the earth, with the sun, with the universe, with the divine creator, with everything, so that we know who we are, why we're here, and how we can maintain a stable and balanced inner being through all of this. There are many of us who are ready for what is coming. If we're focusing on all the stories, all of the games that are playing out, we are not going to find our center. We are not going to be able to hold our neutrality. If we focus on our relationship with the earth, with the sun, our relationship with our soul self, and begin to live from that harmonious state, we are going to not only be okay, but we are going to establish a field that holds that balance. And that will affect everything around us, and it will help to stabilize the entire planet. This is the most extraordinary time to be present here. And the fact that you've chosen to be here now on this planet at the time, at this point of evolution, means that your soul understands. Spend more time with yourself, establishing your language so you are able to listen to the prompts of your soul and hear the earth and the nature realms when you need to. And you can live from a place of calm and peace. We are going to have a lot of different experiences that are going to make waves in our life, in our everyday. when we're living from our soul, when we have a strong bond with the earth, with the sun, it doesn't really matter what comes at us. Trust yourself, establish your relationships, and enjoy the adventure. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me. I hope that it helps. Bye for now.